Man, do I love this guitar. Do I love this guitar right here. This thing is just so much fun. I mean, if you are thinking about getting a guitar, you say, well, man, where do I start? I think you should start with this guitar right here. I think you should start with this guitar right here. I mean, this guitar is so fantastic that I bought two of them. And it only costs $35. And what it is a kit. You put the guitar together. That's what the box looks like. What you get inside the box is this guitar. Get the stock, and it's already put inside this cardboard body. And all you have to do is put the strings on it. It comes with your 5th string, which is an A, your 4th string, which is a D, and your 3rd string, which is a G string of a regular guitar. It comes with a slide, glass slide, and what did I just do with the one I had? It's right here. It's a short slide. For a regular guitar, you would usually have a longer slide, so you can see this is a nice shorter slide just for this guitar, which is really nice. Some people like to use a short slide anyhow with the bigger guitar, so they can really do some finger plucking and such like that, but nice short slide. It comes with a book and a CD with lessons and backing tracks, and that's what we were just playing against, one of the backing tracks. For the nut and the bridge of the guitar, it uses a bolt for the nut, and down at the bottom it uses this bolt without a head, and it's just held in place with the tension of the guitar. This is a fretless guitar, no frets. You see the lines, but it has 0 frets, and for some of the ones who don't know what a fret is, frets of a guitar are these little metal lines right here, and you see they're raised up, so when you press down in between, that's where it stops to make the sound. Now, this guitar that you all just heard me play, as I said, it only costs $35. And it has an electric pickup. Yep, I was plugged in with this cardboard box guitar, Cigar Box Guitar, and you know, you can play it acoustically as well, but for $35 you get this sweet guitar package. Now, I really think that, now this is not my first guitar. This is not my first guitar. I have a lot of guitars and equipment and stuff like that. But for that person who, whether this is going to be their first guitar or not, you know, I think that this is a guitar you should pick up. I picked up the second one because I'm going to customize it. I'm going to customize maybe number one for the stock, the pickup, you know, that you get for I bought this one for $25. This one was $35. Same guitar, but Amazon, Barnes & Noble had the guitar for a lot less. So check out barnesandnobles.com. They have 15% coupon, and then if you bought 2 of them, you got free shipping. So I ended up buying 2 at that point, and my friend Anthony bought that one from me. You get a very nice package that you can use out of the box, just like this one is, or if you want to customize it some more, you can do that. But for that beginner guitar, I want to just focus on some things, because a lot of times, I remember when I first started playing guitar, and I went to Guitar Center, and my mind was blown, because I'm like, dang, it's going to take a lot of investment. And when you talk to a lot of guitar players, things like that, they're like, oh, you want to start off with that? You want to get a real Strat, get that American Deluxe, blah blah blah, pay $1,000, you know, or you can get the Mexi, or you get the Indonesia, China, whatever. You know what I mean? They start blowing your mind off, but you can't even play yet. And there's this idea that if you learn on the bad guitar that you won't want to learn how to play. That's, you know, I believe in having the right tool, the right equipment will make everything better. I do believe that. when you buy lower end guitars, maybe it needs to be set up, or the action be too high or low, or it's warped. I mean, so many things like that. But a lot of times you can get a pretty good, inexpensive guitar. You don't have to go all the way up to the top, or go buy this big Mesa Boogie tube amp or things like that. I play out of solid state amps. This is a Line 6 Spider 4, and I love it just because I can customize the sound of it. I have this foot pedal and things like that, express board that, shoot, that's what you just heard me playing out of. But for that new player, you can start off with this guitar package and one of these little honeytone amps, Dan Electro honeytone amps. I like this because it's battery powered, has a belt clip. I can plug this in, clip it on my pants, and just start playing with it. And maybe we'll do that track again using this one. You can always check out Craigslist. I just picked this one up a couple of nights ago. Another practice amp. It was only $10. I couldn't pass it up. And yes, I've had a ton of practice amps in the past, and that I too sold on Craigslist, but or gave it away to somebody who just started playing or something like that. But this is just a little Gibson Maestro GM5. It's 10 years old right now. It was made in 2007. So you can do that. But the problem is, a lot of times when it comes to playing the guitar, for a lot of people, you start buying all this equipment and you can't wait to start sounding like a certain person, and you just start buying too much stuff rather than practicing. These are just some of the effects, but I remember when I first started, I was buying tons of effects pedals, wah-wahs, overdrive, blues drivers, chorus pedals, all this stuff. And where do you see it right now? It's in a box. But the thing is that if you don't leave your guitar out, you're not going to play it. Which is why my guitar is hanging on the wall. I can walk in this room and start playing with it. Whether it's a bass, I have an acoustic bass and electric bass. Acoustic guitar, electric guitar, so that if I don't want to plug in, I can still play that guitar. And that's where acoustic electric is really cool for that first guitar. So you don't have to buy anything extra. You just get it and you play it. And then when you're ready to plug in, you have the option to plug that guy in and get that electric sound without having to go and buy another guitar. But then you start buying amps. Well, if you have neighbors or even family members who don't want to hear that loud noise, you want to make sure that you can plug in, use your headphones and things like that. But the bigger amp you get, the more space is going to take up in your house, and you're going to start storing it somewhere out of the way. This is more of my computer office rather than music, so I don't leave all this stuff out. The guitars stay out, but this stuff has to be stored away, these amps and stuff. And when you start having big amps for the bass and guitar and things like that, it takes up a lot of space, and that means now I have to start pulling things out and plugging things up. And then if you have effects pedals, then you start plugging those up. Even if you have a nice pedal board, you have to start plugging all this crap up. By the time you get it set up, and then whether you get interrupted or not and it's time to break it down, it's more cumbersome. That just took away time that you could have actually been playing. And the next time you're going to want to practice, you're going to think about having to pull all this junk out and set it up, and you're going to probably say, maybe I don't want to play. So what I do is, I don't always pull this puppy out. I use these Digitech multi-effects pedals. So it's a RP90, very basic, inexpensive. This is RP90, it's a BP90 for bass and guitar. And I have them plugged up into my audio monitors. And audio monitors are just speakers that don't colorize the music, make the bass heavy or any crazy things like that. It makes the sound just come out as straight as it can be. And I always keep a guitar cable plugged into this guy, just so I can take a computer off. I can take a guitar off the wall, plug it in, and I keep this pedal down for volume. I press it in, and once I start playing, I get sound out of those monitors. And the reason why we didn't play through those right now is because I have the backing track coming through those. I want to make sure that we got the backing track from one source and the guitar sound from a different source, so you can really hear the difference in that. But that's probably the best setup. That's been one of the best solutions. If I could have started with that, having and they also have headphone jacks. I mean, you buy one of these multi-effects pedals, you can always just plug in, then you can play with different sounds without having a box of pedals that you may or may not use. Yeah, there's always going to be the argument between digital sounds and solid state sounds and using real effects and things like that. But once you dial in the sound that you want, who cares? This is your sound that you're making and customizing, you know. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll end this. We'll turn that off. For the newbies, never you know, unplug the cable from your guitar while it's in your amp. You don't want to blow your speaker up. Pull the cable from your amp. Plug it into your amp with the guitar cable plugged in. Things like that. Just so that you won't, you know, get that loud pop and bust your speaker. That's this amp right here. So let's see. We'll leave it over here. This guitar package is pretty doggone awesome. I am so happy and excited with this thing. So let's we'll go ahead and probably do the same old riff with this track. I'm so one tracked at times when I get to play, but you know, everybody says that a lot of people don't like the blues. But the thing is, everybody from day to day have the blues. And a lot of people like to say the blues make you sad. And it's just so funny because whenever I listen to the blues, all I'm doing is smiling. I don't care how bad the song, what's going on in the song lyrically. I'm just smiling. And when somebody can make that guitar just, you know, just make it sound like it's crying. I mean, you're crying with it. And but I'm just still smiling, you know. That expression that you can get out with the blues. You know, I don't know, you know, there isn't a music today that people aren't saying the same things they say in blues songs. If you ask my friend Bobby Rush, who just won his first Grammy for the album Porcupine Meat, which I have featured a lot of the music on some of my videos, and you all need to check it out. It's an awesome, awesome CD. And plus, you ask him why he sings the blues, you know, he'll tell you that, you know, some people sing the blues because their woman left them, and some people sing the blues because their woman stayed too long. Some of you know what he's talking about, and I know I understand it, you know. But the biggest reason why you sing the blues is because it's the love of the music. And I'm going to tell you right now, I love the blues to my core. I love the blues. Love the blues. I mean, that stuff right there would take you somewhere. Take you down to the Delta. It takes me back home. Take me to the woods. But you all get this package. I mean, it's only $35 to start off with the Cigar Box Guitar. If you bought this kit, you know, you can get a new amp. You can buy a $20 Honeytone. Probably find you a $10 practice amp like I did on Craigslist the other day, and from there you can buy multi-effects pedals that you don't need an amp at all, just some headphones or some nice speakers for $50 to $100, all the way up to buying, you know, a lot larger amps that you can actually start gigging with, do some little shows with, play at church, XYZ. But I don't care if this is going to be your first guitar, or shoot, it might be your last, because this thing is so fun, you might not want to get another one, you know. This thing is awesome. Thing is awesome. Alright, thank you all for watching, and thank you all for listening. If you have any questions about this guitar, about this package, about any of the components I kind of talked about, please leave a comment. I hope you liked it. I'm not a great guitarist by any means, you know, but when you're playing music, whoever you are, you know, you learning. Don't worry about comments people making, you know, whether they're good or they've never played at all. People will always have something to say. Just continue to do you, and as long as you're happy, you're smiling, that thing brings out some sounds for you that you like. I mean, man, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. You can't beat it. Until the next time, you all take care.